Welcome to The Catch. I'm here with our dear friend, Octav Tănase.
Hey.
Welcome, Octav. Welcome, yes. A round of applause. I think we should start with the beer, though.
Thanks for having me.
Mate, the pleasure's mine. Allow me. Here we go. I came prepared. I came ready. So Octav is the owner of Dr. Comm, Media and Events.
Yeah.
For many esteemed years in Romania. No? So we've decided to invite Octav down. He's the general manager of Dr. Comm. He's a former customer, dear friend, advisor when needed, and also sometimes a supplier.
Oh, really?
Sometimes. When we need some stuff for our events, he's our go-to guy. So, do you remember how we met? Yes, let's have the beer.
Yeah, come on.
Let's start properly.
Yeah, exactly.
So we brought Octav down. He's an esteemed entrepreneur, been in the game for many years. So we have a chat to him and see if we can get some good knowledge and maybe catch you out somewhere down the line.
Cheers.
God bless. God bless. The best part of this job, really. So, do you remember how we met? It was a while ago now.
Yeah. Like me looking for new clients.
You looking for new business? Yes, that's
new
right.
business,
Yes,
right?
there was lead generation. We were looking for some new clients. I remember that. And so where were you at that stage in the business? How long were you in business then?
We as
Dr. Comm. No, as the company.
well, the thing is that I am in business for 23 years now.
23 years.
Dr. Comm was born in 2011 as a brand name.
Why Dr. Comm? What was the thinking behind that? Is that an interesting name, you know?
Well,
The medical man in events?
yeah, we worked for 10 years exclusively for pharma companies.
Okay.
The agency was called at that time HNC.
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 H.
Three letters. Yeah.
Okay, what did that stand for back then?
Agency.
Oh, oh well. Put two and two together, right? You know?
Right. Anyway, in Romanian, everybody...
Hush.
Hush and che. Yeah.
Da, să nu merge.
And we were the Hush and che.
Hush and che.
Yeah, the guys from...
It sounds like fish and chips.
Yeah. So we work for pharma a lot, like a lot. And we split. We were 3 guys together.
Let me guess. Hush and che?
No. It was literally agency.
Okay.
Like spelled in a different way. So we split. I went on my own. And it came up.
And voila, Dr. Comm.
Voila.
What about the other two? What happened to them?
One is a very respectable doctor.
Okay.
Yeah. And the other one, honestly, I don't know.
I was waiting for you to say he was in communications, you know?
Yeah.
Dr. Comm. You know?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, these things happen too, eh?
Yeah, but still in
Good terms.
pretty good terms.
Oh, that's good.
It was not about the money, which is...
No, just
Yeah.
different direction,
Yeah.
different interests.
Yeah.
Separate ways. Okay. Yeah, that happens in business.
Yeah.
And what about, do you have partners now? Or business partners? Do you have business partners now? That own part of your organisation?
My
Your wife? She owns everything, doesn't she? She owns the lot. You know?
Yeah.
Happy wife, happy life?
Yeah, exactly. Funny thing is that it kind of works. I mean,
Is she involved in the business itself? or-
yeah.
Okay, so she works with you? Yeah?
Yeah. Which is, not with me would be quite
Okay.
difficult
What?
and
For you.
bloody.
Does she work for you then? Or?
No.
Oh, lucky.
More like I work for her.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah.
He understands. He knows his place.
Yeah.
A place we all understand. Oh, sure.
Sooner or later.
Yeah. In the end.
Rather later than sooner.
Yes. In the end, you figure it out somehow. Reality slaps you in the face with
Yeah.
that. And what does she do? I mean, what's...
Well, she is pretty nice.
Well, that's
She
also a
wa-
good thing, but
Yeah,
I mean, marry her and all that.
The situation is quite nice because when we met, she had like 15 years working in shipping, like
Okay.
moving boats.
Okay, well.
Which is a men's
Predominantly male environment, working
like,
environment, yeah.
Like I guess it's 99%.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
mean, it's
I don't know, a massive amount. This much, yes.
freaking sailing, actually. So
Yeah, I guess.
on commercial boats or whatever boats. Yeah. So she's used to the tough environment.
So she can gladly put up with you then. Yeah. She knows how to manage you then, huh?
I would say so.
Right, nice. Okay.
Yeah. So she.
What does she do in the company?
Actually, she's like, I would say, COO, operational
Okay.
managing things.
Yeah. Nice. She Medjabina? Works good?
It was a quite good year. Yeah, the last one.
Last one was good, yeah?
Yeah.
One of your best?
I would say, yeah, excepting the years before when we were in with agencies. No, with I mean, I think we hit the million in income.
Nice.
For a small agency, not bad.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take the money, maybe you can buy the next round of beer then, eh?
Yeah.
We'll finish this and let's cancel the podcast. Let's go and have a few beers. Sounds like you're paying. Let me ask you this. Why did you bother actually becoming an entrepreneur? Like, why did you start? At what point did you go, you know what, I don't want to be an employee, I want to work for me? I mean, when did that happen?
It so happens that I saw yesterday some video with psychologist saying that people that choose entrepreneurship former kids with authority issues. So
I can vouch for that. Yeah.
As simple as
Sorry,
that.
Mum and Dad.
Yeah.
Apologise in advance. Well,
I mean,
it's a bit late, but
so yeah, it fits perfectly
you know,
for me, at least. I mean, I am that kind of guy. Yeah, I really do have this.
yeah, I'm exactly the same actually. Exactly the same. I hated being told.
We both
Yeah.
worked for other people.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think we also learned a lot during the apprentice
Apprentice to entrepreneurship.
years. And yeah.
Did you work for other entrepreneurs, or corporations, or what kind of background?
When I got to Bucharest
From
Constanța.
Constanța, Beach Boy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Vama Vicky.
Not my kind of, to be honest.
Are you too young for that scene, are you? Yeah.
So I worked in Pro TV for 5 years. Exactly the best year, romantic.
The romantic period.
Of the Romanian
You mean?
free television.
Do you mean like? And that was when Romanian TV was at its best, or
Pro
growing and evolving from back?
Pro TV launched 95.
1995. Okay.
Yeah, 1995. Yes. And I got here in 96 till 2001.
Oh wow! So you're one of the early ones, so to speak.
Yeah.
Wow. And what did you do for Pro?
Like 3 or 4 jobs.
Okay.
I started as a reporter.
Really, like on the TV microphone?
I've worked for the morning show.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And
What was it called back then? What was it?
Ora 7.
Ora 7.
Bună
7
dimineața.
o'clock. Bună dimineața. Ora 7.
Yeah. And we were called the Ora 7 BD internally.
BD meaning?
In army terms,
Okay.
it was disciplinary battalion.
Hello.
Battalion disciplinar.
Because you're the early birds that actually get to work at 4:30 in the morning. No,
Yeah.
launching
yeah.
at 7. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I got my biorhythm like fucked up completely since then.
We're gonna beep that. Huh?
Yeah. Oh, is that
We don't-
that kind of
fuck
show?
it, mate. We're okay.
So yeah, I cannot go to sleep before 2 a.m.
Even now?
Even now.
Even now.
Yeah. I mean, if I go to sleep like 12, it's like
It's a miracle.
miracle.
It's only because you were drinking the night before. Yeah.
That too. That too.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So sorry.
So you laboured away three jobs, 5 years, Pro TV.
Yeah, 4 jobs.
4 jobs.
Reporter, production assistant,
Okay.
slot producer, and then producer, and then we got the task to create a new show. We created Poveștirile de acasă.
Would people know that now? That still know that?
No, it's
a small show.
long time
Too long
dead.
ago,
Yeah. It was lovely, and it's everybody says it's like a virus. Yeah.
Yeah, quite cool, yeah.
Yeah, and you miss the adrenaline, miss the constant challenge, like every
Stress. Go.
single second. Yeah. On the other hand, I got the chance to learn from a lot of wonderful people, nice professionals. Yeah, 85% of us, we were learning. We were like
Newbies.
in our early 20s. And a lot of enthusiasm, of course. But we still had like some guys, wonderful teachers, wonderful professionals, so on.
Yeah.
But what I would say about that period is that the work ethic that you develop in such an environment is crazy. Because, you know, you cannot have a black screen on TV.
No.
You cannot fuck up this bad. You know?
That is not an option.
Exactly. The thing that failure, that kind of failure, is not an option.
Yeah.
It gives you such a level of responsibility, especially when you're in your 20s.
So,
Good
foundation.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And it's tough and rough.
Anyone ever have a black screen on the TV? Did it ever happen while you were there?
No.
Never, no.
No. We would be beheaded.
More than fired. Yeah.
Now, and the thing, one other thing which I miss a lot, and also was extremely highly rewarding as a thing to get to be involved into, is the way a live broadcast room works. Like
All the moving parts.
yeah, I mean, you can see how a team should work.
How they come together.
I mean, you cannot screw it up. You know, you have 20-something
Not an
people
option.
in a room,
Yeah.
like directors, sound, lights,
production,
whatever, production in the same room, talking in the same, all together and all at once.
Not an option.
Sometimes, oh yes, but this is how it happens. Like everybody's talking to everybody on different channels. Something happens every second. And in this environment, you have to live for 3 hours every day.
Like constant, non-stop.
Like
No,
every
no
day.
pausa de cigarette. No,
No, nothing.
no
Yeah.
cigarette break. No nothing.
Yeah, but from there, we had a saying that while you're live, broadcasting,
Yeah, while you're live, yeah.
on air, while you're on air, everything goes. I mean, we would like swear. Of course, everybody swears on TV and high pressure environment. But then you could like almost kill your colleague on the pressure and everything. But then everybody are there. Oh, best friends.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's funny when you come from this and then you see from the outside how corporations work, and everybody complains. It's like,
Do you notice a lot of that now? Do you notice a lot of that now? I mean, all the people that I meet or run into that have previously worked in a corporation, you know, all they do is complain. Predominantly, they hate the job, turn up, just a number in the organisation, maybe learn a little bit of structure, which is good, but you know, I have to go to work. No.
yeah, I would say.
I mean,
that
now, not then.
Yeah,
Back then, it was a privilege.
Exactly.
Back then, it was a privilege.
Yeah.
I mean,
My
same.
own desk.
Exactly. I have an office. Oh my god.
Oh, I have an office.
an
office.
I have a
with
title.
A view.
Yeah.
With a window.
Well, you must have been doing better than me then. Eh?
Exactly. On a corner.
Which building were you in, mate?
On the corner.
I mean, I was at the Marriott. I thought I was doing it right, but this sounds better, right? You know?
Yeah. I don't know. All of our clients are corporate guys and girls,
Okay.
persons.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so it's hard to sit here and talk bad about the corporate employee. But
I feel like, look,
the management are generally a bit different. Generally.
yeah, but to get there,
You got to go through the reins, mate.
yeah,
Yeah, all the way.
yeah.
And you start at the bottom. Generally.
Generally, yeah.
Generally.
But most of the time, this is how it happens. At least here. In Romania, I mean.
Yeah. I remember when I first came here, you know, I mean, working in a corporation was great, you know, because there weren't massive amounts of opportunity back then in 2000, you know.
And a lot to learn.
And heaps to learn because, you know, these new corporations were coming to Romania. Romania didn't, for 30 plus, 45 years, whatever it was.
It was like paradise.
No. It was like, oh my God, I can go and work for Microsoft or Google. Who was Google? I mean, oh my God, that's amazing, you know. Or the Marriott or ProTV even, you know, a huge company, you know.
Yep.
And settle in. And it was kind of the dream job. And it seems to still kind of be like that now.
I think it has something to do with age.
Yeah.
Like,
in your 20s is a good time to be in a corporation. Yeah.
20 is a good time to do all
Everything.
the wrong things.
Make all your mistakes.
Yeah.
Biggest one you made when you were in your 20s?
Better.
What's your biggest professional mistake when you were in your 20s? Ooh. Maybe not something you specifically did, but a way of being maybe. Or
I think that there's one thing that we did, because it was not only me, but one thing that we did is that we worked a lot, like even 20 hours while being on Pro TV. And it's not like, I mean, we loved the job, the position, the status, whatever.
I worked for Pro TV.
Yeah. So what we did is we got into this rhythm of constantly working. And it gets to you in your late 40s, like 50s. A lot of guys that even died before the time. So, yeah.
So you thought you'd go and work for yourself?
It's
easier.
It's not easier, but it's...
No, on the contrary.
Exactly.
It's actually harder. You think, you know, I'm going to give up that 20-hour job at Project. I'm going to stop doing that because that's just too much. I'll go work for myself and, well, fuck it, I'll do 27 hours in 24-hour days. Yeah.
I got bored with the 20 hours.
Yeah, I needed a few more. I think I want to work Saturday and Sunday every weekend for 6 years. I think that's...
And on holidays
on
too.
Christmas, Easter. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when I first opened the sales agency that we have. I remember at the time I was married back then, and you know, I would get up in the morning and like 7 o'clock in the morning, and you know, and I was living outside of Bucharest at the time. You know, had a house out.
Funny.
Yeah, good old days. You know, I mean, a lot of good times. Don't misunderstand, but and I would have to drive all the way into town. You know, and I'd want to come into the office. It would be Saturday, and I want to be there and be there by myself. You know, I mean, I was a small business. You know, 10 employees, whatever. A lot of administrative stuff, accounting, all these types of things. You have to sit there and plan the future, and you know what happens next.
All the fun stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
To do on a Saturday morning.
Exactly. You know. Look, honestly, back then I actually didn't mind doing all these things. You know, now I don't do any of them. I have other people to do that. You know,
I still do.
20 years later, but
I mean, I still do a lot of
admin
work. Not, but still, yeah. I think it keeps you alive.
I think
somehow.
I agree, but
And feet on the ground.
yeah. But this is going to lead me to a later question, which I was going to ask. And that's: are you working in the business or on the business?
Yeah, I know it's wrong. I still do.
Yeah. Okay. But
And I'm getting tired.
and you're getting tired.
Yeah, so I think it's time for me.
I think
I will make the change.
yeah.
Do you believe in the change?
Become the change. Mate. Look, I remember when we opened the credit business, you know,
Yep.
123credit.ro, when we first opened that company, you know, and
I remember those early days.
the early days, yeah.
You were beautiful.
Thank you.
Both of you. All of you.
And now, no, not so much.
Smiley faces.
Yeah. I would like to say we have more free time, but it is not true. But no, I remember when...
Wouldn't you say this is the greatest paradox of entrepreneurship?
Well, it's what people believe, you know? Like, oh, we're going to go into business owner and I can have my own freedom, you know? And I think there's a differentiator between a business owner and an entrepreneur. I don't believe they're the same thing. An entrepreneur owns businesses, but a business owner isn't always an entrepreneur. You know?
Good one, yeah.
Because
I'm still thinking small.
yeah, okay. Well, look. My stepfather was the same, actually. Like, don't get me wrong, he's very successful, multimillionaire, had car yards in New Zealand, did very, very well. But he never wanted to go nationwide. He only, you know, and he would always say, Duncan, sometimes big is not always beautiful. And I was like, is that what your wife says? You know? But, you know,
You don't,
maybe he was compensating for something, but...
I think it should also fit your personality. Somehow. I mean, for you, in order to feel comfortably with the thing
that you're doing, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, but okay. Tell me this, though. What entrepreneur? I mean, I'm not business owner.
Yeah.
Entrepreneur.
Yeah.
You know, especially in the first 10, years as they're like really trying to, go from, from here, or from down here to all the way to kind of here and then on the way up, isn't getting their ass kicked every day. You know? Look, for an example, as I go to finish the earlier story, when I get up at 7 o'clock in the morning, drive 1 hour into town, the first ass kicking I got on that day, every Saturday, was from the wife. It's like, shit.
Where are you going?
It's like, I already have enough challenges, but I'll start with this one and then I'll go do my job. It's fine, no problem. God bless her, don't get me wrong, she's a great girl and all the rest of it, but... that would always be the first ass kicking, and it would actually motivate me to get up like half an hour before she did and get the fuck out of the house, and I get straight to work. But I got more hours in, and in the end, from a financial aspect, it ended up paying off, which is good. But I think that it is a constant ass kicking. I mean, I like you say, I think it does take it maybe to a degree a certain type of person. For me, I can't help myself. I mean, I keep opening another business every year or two, and I don't know, I just have the bug, but I only work in the business in the last, I would say the last maybe 18 months. I've really learned this lesson more than ever before. And that was to work on the business, not in the business. So we expanded our management team,
It took you how long?
Yeah, a long time.
So,
okay, in reality, it took me, when I fully went out on my own,
10 years
around about 10 years. Yeah, about 10 years. In 2014 was when I started to the top.
I'm a slow learner. Looks like. I mean, no, I'm talking about myself. And now I'm
my
getting
parents
old.
would say the same thing about me. Don't worry about it, mate. They're like, Duncan, you know, what the fuck, it took you so long? You know, it's like, you're 45, you don't got any kids yet. What's up? You know, it's like, mate, yeah. I think, yeah, I don't know. Maybe somehow entrepreneurs versus business owners are more of like lone wolves. You know, we roam. You kind of roam alone because this is what I mean. Nobody except another entrepreneur, not someone who claims to or invests here and there and has a bit of money over there and there and doing
Play on the
exactly, you know. But someone who starts with nothing or puts their own money in or whatever it may be, but you know starts with one. First of all, hey, I've got an idea. Cool. The vision. I can see the future in this company. Cool. Now, how do I start setting it up and then taking it step by step by step by step by step? You know, and then building this dream. I don't think there's I mean, if you haven't done that yourself, if you're not an entrepreneur and you haven't done that yourself, I don't think you get it. You don't understand. Not that you don't understand the company.
Yeah.
You don't feel it the same way.
Just wanted to interrupt you on the topic of I can see the future.
Yeah.
Come on.
Right. I'll give you an example.
Only if you're talking about dark clouds, storm, and thunder.
Yeah.
I mean,
you don't see that part of it. That part you don't see. You know, then you go out there with your rowboat, and all of a sudden you think, oh shit, I needed a ship. You know, right? Where can I find a bit more wood to expand the front end? You know. No, look, I understand. I mean, okay. After like the third or the fourth, business that we have now, it became very clear. It's like, okay, none of this will go exactly the way I want it to go, or 100% to plan. That's a guarantee. It just won't happen.
Deal. I mean,
but that doesn't stop you.
Yeah.
It never stopped. It would never stop me anyway. Pushing for that constant 7 figures, or whatever the dream may be. It never ever stopped me.
You're a lucky guy.
Look, okay, I have an opinion here. As soon as you brought it up, I
am lucky. Yeah. I think I am lucky, and I like me being here.
I think luck is when skill meets opportunity. Luck is when skill meets opportunity. Okay, so you have an idea, yeah, and you think to yourself, right, well, this is right up my alley. I'm motivated by this. I have the skill set to actually perform this, and you foresee an opportunity. And so you match the two together, and you go about creating your own luck. If your entire business was luck, if you were lucky, then we're talking about the lotto, winning the lotto. And okay, you have to buy a ticket to win. I get that too.
Yeah,
I get that too.
No,
but if you were relying on that, you wouldn't have hit your million. Did you hit your million by being lucky?
I think.
Please don't tell yes. Don't say yes. Otherwise, I guess I'm just not that lucky.
I think that in order to hit some luck,
the stars have to align a little bit sometimes, somehow.
But for that, you need a lot of time. I mean, you have to be in the game, get your ass kicked a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
And maybe... if you get lucky, you get to get over a lot of things and still be in the game. And then I think luck is weirdly about consistency.
Yes, many give up right before it probably was about to happen.
That's a good one. Yeah.
So many give up, and I think the other thing, another mistake from talking to heaps of entrepreneurs and being real lucky, to use the same word, but of meeting a lot of other entrepreneurs and having good entrepreneurs as clients who are making way more money than I am or were or whatever at the moment. I think that. I fully forgot what I was going to say. I had like a really good point there, and it just like went boof, and now it's gone.
The luck.
Yes, to a degree, the stars have to align, but most give up a little bit.
Context.
They give up a little bit early, and generally they give up right before it happens.
Yeah.
A lot of
because before it happens, in order to be luck, I think you have to feel that things are not going well, right?
I remembered. You know, maybe I'm not that old.
Huh?
A lot of business
You got a
owners.
red car. You are.
You're going to make me forget my idea again. Maybe this will help remember, eh? Cheers, mate. It's a pleasure to have you. God bless you. Good to see you, mate.
Nice seeing you again.
I think a lot of entrepreneurs make another mistake, you know, which I learnt by, I guess, probably, I want to say by the time I got to the credit business. A lot of entrepreneurs fall in love with their business. They fall in love with it. The minute you do that, then you're in it, not on it.
You're dead.
And you're dead, yeah. And I think, you know, because...
I was there, weren't you?
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Come on.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
I
have a failed
don't
business
think
behind
you
me.
can do it without getting
You need-
love. Actually,
You need to learn that lesson, I think,
but-
somehow.
And you have to
If you can not and avoid it, even better.
get in love with yourself, actually, and
I
your
think-
inflated ego. I mean,
No, I
all
disagree.
of us.
I think
Oh,
that's.
really?
I think that can be in many cases, not all, but in many cases that can be a cancer in the company. I think what you need to fall in love with is the customer.
No,
You've got to fall in love with the
I'm
client,
not
meaning
talking-
what you're doing for the customer,
Yeah,
the
but
service
I'm
you're
not talking
offering.
about what you should do. I was talking about what.
You should not do.
Yeah, but still, you have to go through that phase in order to go
Yeah, some of us have to learn that.
to evolve.
Some of us know it and avoid it. You know, I think
I wasn't there, not that guy.
the last.
I still like small things because I've been there with a lot of employees. For me, coming from a small town, like having 28 employees in my early 30s, come on.
Big deal back then.
Yeah.
Very big deal.
I,
Now you want the opposite. How can I get it done with less people? No.
yes!
How can I get it done with
I
less
didn't
people?
like it. Man, I
didn't
mean,
like it?
Yeah, because it's not that you're not the it's not about the business anymore. It's about playing a lot of roles. Nanny, mother,
Guidance counselor.
granny.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, you have to deal with a lot of tensions in the team. And that it's a lot of energy.
I think if you're doing that as the entrepreneur, you're going to struggle.
Maybe it was us who were wrong, but still, I think it happens no matter where.
I think it does, but I believe that, you know, if you're the entrepreneur, right, you know, and you're the visionary behind, you know, the idea of the business itself, you know, and you're the one that sees where it can go, how big it could be, and, you know, then I think you have to somehow, or not somehow, but you have to find a way to step back and let others run your team, empower other people to actually deal with this type of crap, you know.
Sell the vision.
You've got to sell the vision to your people,
Get them
Yeah, you have to sell
embarked on the
journey.
Yeah.
Exactly, because otherwise, I mean, for me, again, this credit business, because it's the bigger one, we have
the queen
the Queen
doesn't
do
drive-
anything.
doesn't drive the car.
No, of course not. No, she just tells other people how to. Slow down. Fuck's sake. I told you, if you do it again, no, you're fired. Exactly, right? It's a little bit like that. But, the credit business is the same, you know. This is the first company, like very, very quickly, we embedded a management structure, you know, very quickly, you know. A manager for marketing, a manager for digital, you know, a manager for dealing with all the banks, a product manager. We have all of these positions filled in the company, you know, an operations director.
I'm getting so envious.
Mate, don't be. It's a huge machine. It's a massive moving parts. It's so stressful, you know.
Man, I got to
but we're
that
getting better,
point
and that's great.
When I mean, I still believe that small teams are those who
Can do big things.
can no. Only the small teams do the wildest interventions in military operations, let's say.
Inside a company. Elaborate. What do you mean?
I mean, you will never have a commando of 300 people.
No, it's too many. You have
It's
25 people running
like-
300 people, or
like-
whatever.
Yeah, I mean, you need to have like 610 highly skilled and issue highly
skilled. Yeah. Okay, so let me ask you this then. Would you take highly skilled over the right attitude?
Obviously not. No, it's attitude. But
Because you can learn the skill, eh?
yeah,
If you've got the right attitude.
yeah. But, and if you're willing, I mean,
That's attitude.
it's as simple as that. I mean, if you're not willing to learn,
Then you don't belong here.
when you don't belong anywhere else than
Actually.
executing things.
Yeah.
I mean,
Can't be a bus driver. No offense to the bus drivers, but
but
doesn't
anyway,
require much,
you have bus drivers.
Yeah, but see,
Bus drivers' attitude,
Yeah.
if you want,
if we call it that, okay, yeah.
in any in any structure, company structure. But
Yeah.
you need those people.
You need executors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not everybody can be the boss. Not everyone can be the leader.
Thank God.
Otherwise, there'd be no need for us, eh?
We would be alone on the planet.
But actually, this is going back to something I was going to say earlier. But that's the point, But for me, it's not about being lonely, because I'm not lonely. But being an entrepreneur is an extremely lonely role. It's a lonely, because you, aside from your mates and your close friends, or maybe or family members who have had or have running businesses at that time, the entrepreneur. Aside from them, no one gets it. In my view, they just don't seem to get it. They think that they all understand, but unless you've actually been through it, you.
Are you whining or bragging right now? I mean,
Neither. It's just the reality of being an entrepreneur, isn't it? Don't get me wrong, this falls back to the problem of authority, that falls back to wanting to be the leader. It falls back to, in many cases, for some people, I want to be the boss,
is the I want to be the boss is the symptom, let's say, the manifestation of I don't like authority. So it's
I'll give you 100% credit for that, because that's true. I remember when I started out, when I was young, 23, and I got my first management job at the Marriott here in Bucharest. Yes. But, I was like, I'm the boss.
It's the 20s.
Mate.
It's the 20s.
Yeah.
It's the age.
It's awesome.
If it happened,
It was great. I was the boss, yeah.
If it happened to you right now, you would be more careful, more
Most likely, yeah.
responsible.
Well, but hindsight's a beautiful thing. If only I knew now what I knew. I knew then what I know now, sorry. But, okay, what I'm thinking this. When I was in the 20s, as you say, I really wanted to be the boss, And as I, went through my career, then, I didn't want to be the boss. I wanted to lead and guide and have others follow, and share experience with them, share knowledge that I'd learned from customers like yourself, like a handful of other people, mentors that I've had over the years, a whole different line of people, but and share all these types of things with the people and lead them somewhere. Now I'm the boss.
Fuck.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck. And it's like, all the
What now?
all the followers are following other managers we have. No, I mean, it's good because I have a management team and they're still following my direction. I also learn heaps from them, which is good. It's much better. But I mean, we recruit people. They start working in the company and they're like, I've never met them. They're in the business for 2 or 3 days, and then someone comes in and says, oh, by the way, this is the new whatever, and from that company you have. It's like, oh, good to meet you. And they're so intimidated and afraid. And it's like, oh my God, what have I done? These young 25-year-old girls will come in, and they're I don't know, being either credit specialist or sales manager or whatever they're doing for us, and then they're just like petrified of me. They're just like petrified, and right
Finally, your work is done.
Finally, I became the boss, and just not what I was looking for.
Yeah, what it happens there.
It does.
I would like to make a point on the the phase when the time when you were trying to teach.
Let me give you that.
I'm good. I have a
thought
lot
you
of
want-
highs, and medium, and the dang, 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 dang.
Okay.
So
Oh man,
the,
I caught up to you.
one thing that I really don't like nowadays is that kids stopped learning.
Good stuff.
And
So are you finding
competency and skills and
where are you finding this?
knowledge is so like
Low.
no. Look, is this that if you are in your 30s, let's say, young boss in Hilton, whatever,
Oh sure.
hotel chain, and you're trying to train the apprentices, the young generation,
They don't want to work.
what would you
They just wanna
get
get
from
paid.
there? Yeah.
What would I get from them? What do you mean?
Yeah. I mean, what I see is that kids these days, they want to attend the trainings, the whatever, the workshops, whatever. They are not willing.
To do the work. That comes
Yes,
after.
and they are not open to the knowledge that would have come to them. I mean,
Look, when we were younger, work was a privilege, right? To be it was a privilege to have a job, no? When you were young,
I'm
when you started
totally
out,
with you.
it was a
I'm
privilege. You were like, I'm real
100%.
lucky to have this job,
Yes.
irrespective of how much you got paid.
and you had only one income stream.
Yes.
And-
Back then, that was unless you were, maybe if you had two jobs, but that was kind of rare.
Yeah.
Back 20 years ago,
Yeah,
it was a bit
no.
more rare. But okay,
Now you have a lot of options to
So-
make money.
where is all the young people? I mean, like, why do you believe they don't want to work? Why do you believe that?
It's not the work that I mean.
What is it they're afraid of then? I mean, what do you experience as a?
What I see is that, look, I would be very open to learn from a young kid. A young kid would never be open to learn anything from older generations. Now, I've said it. I am there. Okay.
So maybe he just falls into the older generation.
Yeah. So,
It's probably
yeah,
more like
old
that than
school-
anything.
Old
else.
school,
I
boring.
mean, the young people are not that bad, you know.
Yeah. Old school, boring. No, but
Two old people sitting here whinging about the younger generation,
Yeah.
like our parents did before us, and they did before them, and
look, the thing that the institution of the apprentice is gone.
yeah, unless you still want to become a mechanic.
No, the apprentice as in kids finding a mentor.
Yeah, I need to learn. I need to follow.
Yeah,
this.
yeah. I need to.
Now
find-
it's I have a phone. I know everything anyway.
What can you tell me?
That I can't find in 10 seconds online. Yeah.
I can tell you how I got my ass kicked.
And how you're about to get yours. Watch this. You won't see this
And-
online. Yeah.
After all, you need a bad guy in the story of your life. Let me be that one. I'll tell you the bad things. Yeah.
I actually had a mentor like that. I started out as they hired me as a recruitment training officer, whatever, and this call center was like 50 seats, you know, when I came on board. I ended up becoming one of the owners within 1 year. We turned it around. No, I mean, I walked in with a different type of experience than they'd had before, you know. And what I saw, I thought, I can change this and this, you know. It didn't work really well, and it worked well with their help. Don't misunderstand, you know. I mean, like they were still leading the business and bringing the clients, and they were big clients, corporate, all the mobile networks and stuff. So these two were kicking ass as well. Don't misunderstand, you know. But one of the management, who's I guess the entrepreneur behind the business itself, the original, let's say, mate, everything I learned from him was about exactly what not to do. Exactly what not to do. You know, he bullied the shit out of his employees. You know,
Just
he was screaming at them.
observing
harsh.
him?
Oh, just by working with, you know, so many lessons. It's like, oh my god, if this was I would never do that. You know, and then you catch yourself doing it 10 years later anyway. But so many lessons of what not to do. You know, the way he treated his employees. You know,
Here comes a question.
please.
What have you learned?
He's taking my job.
No,
I love it, mate. No, I love questions, mate. Let's go.
I'm partnering.
In the podcast.
What have you learned from the your younger employees?
What have I learned from the younger employees? That is a very good question. I guess a lot of them actually have
Or clients or whatever.
A lot of them have taught me to maybe be a little bit more open-minded. You know, a lot of them have reminded me, which it seems to be like a constant lesson actually, that I actually don't know everything. You know, because when you get to that, that point, it's like, right, well, that's my company. I paid. I spent all the money. I attracted all the money. I brought all the clients. I employed you. Who were you before you met me? Blah. All that kind of bullshit thinking. So I've learned actually, I guess, a multitude of lessons. I learned to listen more. Actually, my employees taught me to listen more, which is something I was not really that good at. I'm not going to lie.
It's not. It's not in the.
I still struggle. Actually, I'm also not going to lie about that.
It's not in the job description of an entrepreneur to listen.
Me, my way. I'm the man. Fuck yeah. No, I guess I would say probably more that than anything. It taught me how to listen. Be a bit more patient. I'm kind of learning that in a lot of aspects of my life right now, actually. But I think it's natural. As you get a bit older, you get less patient.
Yeah.
Your patience diminishes. Do you find that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I find that especially. I don't know. How do you find that in business? Tell me how you find patience in business. That's probably a better way of
Patience.
Patience. Yeah. I mean, you have less and less patience as we get older, right? So you've been in the game now for 23 years.
Yeah.
So no one knows more than you, right? In your company, basically. Excluding the wife, because they always know more than her aside.
Yep.
I feel like you left me alone. You started out strong, but what happened?
I started talking.
Yeah. I was talking.
I got busy talking.
Mate, good man. Down the head.
I still don't have the patience.
This is your one. Some blanche.
Yeah.
Just we are still not sponsored by Tim Schreiner, but if you're out there and you feel like it, by all means, as our audience grows, we'd like to, promote your beer. I love it. It's beautiful.
What I've learned first, what I've learned from you young people.
I love that he said you and he looked at me. I love that. Makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside.
I learned how to be more kind.
Okay.
That's when we start this thing, this journey, wild journey. I mean, we're like animals. It's all about instinct and eat or get eaten.
Yeah. Yep. It's exactly that. Eat and then eat
and then I think you you get used to failure somehow.
Yes, and you have to fail fast. You have to learn to fail quickly.
Yeah.
The faster you fail, the better.
And to understand the stats, I mean, you will fail.
You will
4 times more than win.
Yeah, as an employee, because you're just following the rules. You just.
But still, come on. As an employee, you still lose. You still fail. I mean, you fail a project.
We're going to move this because otherwise it makes
you're trying to build a.
I was trying to build a castle of beer, but
setup or something.
Maybe people get the wrong idea that and they just come and get drunk and that's all they do, which is not really accurate. But hey, we get to learn too, so that's fine. Oh, sure.
No, sure. I was saying.
You were saying. Young people.
Young people in kindness.
That's good.
And it's pretty nice.
So much as they don't want to work, there's still something you can learn from them, which is good. That's good, man. That's good.
Yeah.
What about communication? How's the communication in the workplace in general? How do you find that with your younger employees? I mean, you can relate to them quite easily. They listen well. I mean, is it a struggle?
Well, I love doing this, so I think I'm a
You're good at it.
I'm a rare figure in this game of,
Okay.
talking to. I love doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking to your staff,
Yeah.
leading them.
No.
You don't like leading them? Oh, as employees are
I'm trying.
lucky.
Look, we said earlier that it's about selling the vision, not leading them.
Okay, but would you agree? Right. So you said earlier, mentor. People don't want to have don't want to have a mentor anymore, like we did back in the day. I've got a couple of them.
Yeah.
And people no longer want that type of thing. But so if they're going to be led, then they should be by a mentor, no? Who will actually sometimes need to sell them an idea or a way of being or a way of thinking. Not necessarily that they have to sell it to them, meaning like they have to convince them, but they have to remind them a few times. No, you can't do that. You have to do it like this. And let me explain why. Because here, A, B, C, D, whatever the motivations for whatever the lesson you're trying to teach them is about.
I would say that the ethics of the company.
The culture, you mean the culture?
No. The ethic
work
values, like moral and
Okay, yeah.
stuff, should prevail in this. I mean,
Who sets that? Who leads that?
Yeah. I'm coming towards your wise words.
Yes, you were saying. Please keep going.
So yeah. I think you're right. You have to set this set of values.
Yeah, for me, I wrap it up as company culture.
Yeah,
let's say.
yeah.
Yeah, because inside there's your mission statement, there's your value statement, the rules, the regulations,
Company
the work
culture
ethic, the lot.
is a
A broad term or
such a
what? What is it?
as a lot of things nowadays in company culture. That's such a bullshit full of nothing.
Explain. Elaborate.
The hypocrisy in all. Like,
It's deep.
come on. It's just words invented, which I don't like. I mean, this is the thing that I hate most.
What's that?
Like, the fact that you give, that the form prevails in front of content. Nowadays content is dancing in your underwear
On TikTok.
with a pen in your hand. This is content. What are you?
millions of views if you do
I'm
that.
a content creator. What the fuck are you creating, man? Or lady or girl or
Whoever you
he
are.
or whatever.
Or they.
What is the content of this?
Do you know?
I am so stupid. Yes, I know. And old.
Do you know?
Sorry, I don't give a shit because I still believe content should be about depth.
Depth. Yeah. Depth.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, this is what it's called, content.
I agree.
Like, content, form, package,
Do you know?
container.
Do you know what TikTok is in China?
Oh,
Any idea?
no.
No. So in the West, yeah, TikTok, you get all these dumb videos, and don't get me wrong, a handful of them are funny.
Educational shit.
In China, it's 100% education.
Yeah.
100% education, which makes, TikTok the kind of app that you would allow your children very comfortably to be watching 24/7. No, if they're going to be glued to a screen, then it may as well be educational, right?
Yeah.
I went out with a friend of mine actually on the weekend, and God bless him, he's a dear friend for close to 20 years now. And him and his good lady and their 6-year-old, And so my partner and I with him and his partner and the 6-year-old, And so me and him get there first, and then the rest turn up, And then he's like, there you go, here's the phone. Phone, that's it. And we were there for 3 hours maybe. And he sat there glued to the screen the whole time, on the phone, 3 hours, just like that. And, okay, he's 6, so that's a very vulnerable age, Very vulnerable age, meaning, at that age you're a sponge, you're just absorbing absolutely everything that's happening around you without even noticing a lot of it,
I have
you don't
5 years old.
You got a 5? Oh, muito bem there.
Thank you.
But there you go, it's a 5-year-old. So the 5-year-old, you almost don't have to teach them necessarily much because they're learning everything from everywhere. Like it's just like a constant machine of absorbing information and knowledge. Yeah. And yet instead,
they're also a playing machine. Like they.
Yeah. Like we are now. 40 years later, well, not much difference. But this poor kid, and my partner goes, look, man, he's got bags under his eyes. And this is the middle of the day. I was like, has he had a nap or something in the middle of the day? No. Is he tired? No. And for me, it was the first time I've ever heard this, but, you tell me what you think anyway. She was going, look at the bags under his eyes. That is from too much screen time. And the kid is 6. And he did a 3-hour session while we're sitting there, having a cake, drinking a drink, looking at the screen. Basically, went to the bathroom once, and then straight back down, sat down, pick up the phone. Go.
With the phone.
Well, this time around he's a bit younger. He had to go with his mum, but nonetheless.
I feel guilty on this matter.
Because you do the same, let me guess.
Not
shut up.
Not that much. But still, there are moments where you have to pay to, to compensate or to exchange some time. It happens that you honestly are busy.
Yep, for sure. Yeah, take that. Shut up for a second. I need some space. I need time. I need to do my thing. I'm busy. I've got work.
Yeah.
Look, I think kids need screen time. They need to understand technology.
Any answer on this, but it is what it is. And if you get the chance to channel them to good things, there are still good things happening.
And available out there, yeah.
And available.
Agree. Like the Chinese version of TikTok.
Which is not bad. Pardon me.
Well, the Chinese version is amazing.
No. Come on, don't get there.
Look, I think, and look, I'm not a parent myself, but I think it must be a very difficult, a fine line between, how much is too much, what is right, how to, because you want your kids up to date with technology, you don't want your kid to grow up and be the only one in the school not understanding what YouTube is, how the phone works, because, no 7-year-old is running around with an iPhone of their own, Mum, Dad, give me yours, whatever. But they need to, you want them to understand how technology works, the laptop, the internet, how to guide them around, use AI, ChatGPT, and learn all these things very quickly and become very au fait and up to date with them, So that by the time they're in their 20s, then it's like riding a bike and they know. No?
Okay.
But where's the line? Tell me, where's the line?
I would tell you another perspective. I have the chance of being a father of an 18-year-old.
Okay. I love the word. It's a chance.
Yes, it is.
So I took a chance.
It is a chance to have an 18-year-old daughter and a 5-year-old, which is, it's great because you have two types of problems. You don't get bored.
That's not a problem.
I need to change my pampers or whatever the accent is,
and you can't wear that short dress outside.
Exactly, you are not.
Come back here, change. Not looking like that under my roof.
Well, she is not under my roof. Still.
Well, there we go. You got to be 18 at some point, right?
Yeah. It's nice to see, what the future of the 5-year-old
Might look like.
Might look like. And I have a saying that goes like, in parenthood, the delay between one move, one decision you make, and the result is 15 years old, 1-5.
What does that mean?
It means that you've done something wrong when she was like 5. You will
Correct it now with him.
no. You will see the result when she was 18, 20.
The mistake you made when she was 5.
While yeah.
Yeah, you will actually see how it has affected them by the time they're 18.
yeah.
15 years later, you're going to see exactly
The
what that
result
mistake was.
yeah.
Can you give us an example of one of those?
Not yet. She's 18.
You got 2 more years. We'll bring him back. Bring him back. Say, right, what was the fuck up you made back there, mate? Yeah. Well, are you raising entrepreneurs? Are they going to be? What are they going to be? Your kids?
No.
No. Yeah, no. Trust me,
Unfortunately.
you don't want part of that. You don't need this.
No. I mean, no.
Yeah, I
She's
just
into
just
music
know.
and it's no.
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 Why?
Not a chance. I don't know, honestly.
No.
But it doesn't look like.
No.
Who knows?
Yeah, well, never know.
Yeah. Legacy.
You have to leave it to somebody, right?
Yeah, the little one, she's into. She always brings ideas.
So maybe you do. Maybe you are raising an entrepreneur.
Yes, I might.
Maybe
Thank you.
might just be a change. Shouldn't it?
Yeah.
Nurture those ideas. Again, I don't have kids, but I would be nurturing those ideas, letting them go rampage on the ideas, getting them to think about them. When they start, okay, it's the same thing here, right? So one of our staff will come up to me and go, "Hey, listen, I've got an idea." So, oh, great. Okay, what's the idea? Well, I think we should do this. Okay, good.
Let's do that.
Why? No. Why should we do that? Okay.
Jesus.
Well, this is good for them because, look, for the first 10 years of having employees, they would come to me and I would give them the answer all the time. Like all the time. I would be constantly, no,
This
just
is
like that.
good because this is wrong
Yeah,
because.
Exactly. And then I would just tell them all what to do. All right. Which is good because they learn what I think they should do. But it's bad because it doesn't allow them to get there on their own. They can't get to that conclusion by themselves because I'm just immediately fast tracking and jumping to the conclusion, and then they go, oh, okay then. Well, he said so. Okay, fine, and that's it. Rather than them going, well, actually, okay, maybe okay, well, instead try and prompt them with questions. So again, I'm not a parent, so it's hard for me to sit here and give parental advice. But from having a lot of staff, then I would say ask them questions. Okay, the idea. Why do you think the idea? Why do you think it would work?
I think this is one of the best questions to be asked.
Yeah, because it'll prompt the thinking.
In business, in personal life, in no matter what decision.
Why? Yeah.
Why?
Why? Yeah. Why?
You might find wonderful answers, shitty ones too.
I had, I'm a big believer in there's no such thing as a dumb question, stupid question, just stupid answers, But one of it doesn't matter who, but someone that came to me, was sitting down and we were discussing the financial figures of one of the businesses, and he goes to me, but what if it doesn't work, I said, well, no, it will work because we've done this, and this, so we've put this and this as a contingency plan in case that happens. We don't believe that'll happen anyway because we've done the research and we understand. If it does, fine, this is what we'll end up doing anyway and it'll still be okay. We might be down, even half of our prediction might be wrong, but either way we'll still be, well and truly above water, And he just kept on going, yeah, but what if it doesn't? But what if it doesn't? But what if it doesn't? I was like, oh my God. I just turned around and I said to him, well, it's going to, and if you ask me again, I'm just going to give you the same answer, So as much as there's no necessarily dumb questions, but
but
I think
it's about, this is exactly the difference between the entrepreneur and the rest of the world. I mean,
yeah. It was good that he asked me. I'm happy that he asked, and we had a plan for that.
You have to take the chances. you took
sure.
the chances when you took your first step on this path.
Yep.
So,
And if you don't take the chance, you're never going to know. No.
yeah. And we are also used to take responsibility.
Entrepreneurs?
Yeah. I mean,
Elaborate. What do you mean? So entrepreneurs are better at taking responsibility than others, or what?
they are forced to.
Yes. Otherwise, some people come knocking and say, "Hey, you know, if you want attention, stop paying your bills." You know.
Yeah.
People come knocking real fast, mate. They're going to want to talk to you very quickly. You know. They call you, you know, it's like if you stop paying the phone bill, you know, they call you and say, "Listen, excuse me, you have an outstanding account." You know? And then you say, "Well, thank you for noticing." You know? It's outstanding.
Spectacular.
Absolutely, exactly. Spectacularly outstanding. Well, no. I guess we've all been there too, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you? Have you? I guess is good. Have you ever been in a situation in business? Because it's 23 years, and I think I know the answer anyway. I already know the answer, but you know, for the people who may be watching this, have you been through dark times as an entrepreneur?
Define dark.
Well, when the lights are getting turned off, you know, when the money is like minus, when you're in the red, you know, when the bills are coming in, it's costing you 40 grand to keep the door open, you're only earning 30, you know, your borrowing power is diminishing, you're stressed to death about everything, the vision gets blocked again, you know, and you can't, you know, you're sitting there at a one particular moment, you know, your relationship is, you know, turning to shit in the corner because you can't give that the attention it requires, because if you don't do this, well, then everything is going to go tits up. Dark times, you know, out of it not working, the money not coming in, the clients not responding, the people not paying, I don't know. It can often be a mountain of these types of things.
A lot of
Can often be a lot of what? Sorry.
a lot of times like this. I mean, yeah,
A lot.
yeah. Well, we've been through the crisis in
28, 29. Yeah.
27, then 29. We
What?
work-
In 21?
2000
He's planning the next one already. Fantastic. I won't be there by then. I'll be
2007.
on holiday for that year, I think. That's the case. I'm taking the year off, that's it.
And yeah, we've been working with corporations, pharma, the science.
Okay. This is in 2007, 2008, 2009, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, what
Dark
happened?
times.
What happened there?
Well, business plunged.
I mean, from what point? Because of the recession, yeah?
Yeah.
And so
like less than half.
And you were in event management at that time?
We were like full service companies within.
Marketing agency or?
Yeah. Service, yeah.
And marketing is one of the very first things they turn off, yeah? They turn off the marketing. Go, oh, let's cut the marketing budget.
Yeah, cut the marketing.
No one's got any money anyway, so stop spending money advertising.
Yeah, like start saving.
Start saying, yeah. See, money doesn't have any value until you spend it.
Yeah.
If you got 100 grand, 200, you got €1 million sitting in the bank that you don't touch. Well, it's not worth anything until you actually touch it. I agree. Don't get me wrong; it's nice to have it, of course. You know, so, but this is interesting. The marketing budget's the first one to get cut, and that creates the worst possible time for you. I'm assuming, generally. You know,
obviously.
One or two clients hang on, and the rest are all the other 8, 9, 10, 20, however.
You just have your budgets like cut and
Yeah. Well, yeah, a €100,000 budget turned into 10 grand,
yeah.
and you're like, well, I can't even pay the people on that.
Yeah.
So what did you do? I mean, you're still here 23 years later. What did you do? That's not the beer. That's just my bad vocabulary and poor English. What did you do to get through the dark times?
We cut a lot of people,
Yeah. Downsize.
downsized a lot, like to half.
Okay.
To be honest, I think that was the main reason why we split, because there were hard times, a lot of tension, a lot of pressure. We simply could not handle it.
The volume of
The
cost.
Yeah.
versus the income.
Yeah.
And the partners weren't happy with that, or
Sorry?
you said that's why you split. So I'm assuming that's when you and your partners went separate ways.
Yeah. And then, hey, pandemics, events.
Yes, and that was it. Yeah, zero. So but okay,
Yeah,
I know what you did in 2020 because when I say I was there, I mean I wasn't like there, but I mean I was right there when you were going through this, as were we all, to be honest. But okay, let's go back to the recession. How did you get out of that? How did you bounce back? What happened? What would you tell the young people out there, maybe who are watching this, hopefully, God willing, and smiling on us? In the dark times, what do you do to recover? What should an entrepreneur do?
I can't. No, please don't make me. I mean, I cannot give advice, honestly.
Okay,
but
Yes,
what
okay.
what
what did you do then?
I did is get back to the basics. I mean, what am I? What was I raised to do?
Okay,
Fix problems.
so how did you fix the we don't have a budget problem anymore?
Stay there.
Okay, so
Head down.
what does that mean?
Humble. I mean,
Generate new clients. What? How did you? Literally, how did you get out of that situation? Everyone's telling you the budget's cut, so the budget's diminished by a massive amount. You're having to split your business and go separate ways with your partners.
we
Now you've got half a
split
team.
businesses. I left with $75 in my
You're left with $75
and the laptop. Yeah,
to the laptop and $75, mate. That's brilliant.
I was like 33 or 34.
That must have been horrible. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay,
And like nothing.
okay.
Like start over again. Mm-hmm. Lovely.
Well, you made it, so good.
I don't know if I mean.
Well, you've got more than $75. You closed a seven-figure year. That's all right.
That you have to be humble.
Okay.
I mean, every time I get cocky,
It goes bad. God laughs at you again and goes, "No, not today. Not yet. No."
so I get kicked in the ass. Mm-hmm. So no advice.
Okay, so
And no, I mean,
actually, before we started this, you said you didn't want to give advice to people. Okay, so hear me out. This is my belief. Okay, so you're a 20-year veteran entrepreneur. Has he been an
thank you
entrepreneur?
for the veteran
Yeah.
thing.
Making you feel old, eh? He's actually older than me, just in case you were wondering.
Like only 7 years.
I'll take it. At 45, that counts.
Through that.
Okay,
6 months?
Yeah. Mate, yeah, that's everything. Everything. But, okay, so 20-year entrepreneur, yeah? You've gone through some dark days. Yeah, you've had to go through
A lot. Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Actually.
Yeah, you've had to row the boat through all of them.
Scared.
You're still scared. There we go. So there are lessons that you must have learnt along the way, which are unison to all business. Meaning, there must be lessons that, or advices that you could give based on the experiences you've had that would apply to any particular business. I'm talking. It would apply to the entrepreneur. Yeah, I mean, we go through dark times, we go through good times, and a lot of times when we go through good times, we start to relax a little bit, because, oh my God, the money's coming, this is what we work towards, and then we relax. And then the money slows down again.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So there must be some solid advice you could actually give to remind young entrepreneurs, because these kids in their 20s, who jump onto TikTok, go, oh man, you can make 10 grand a month just by doing this, and this, Printing T-shirts, don't even have to have any T-shirts, come up with the concept. But no one's telling you about the money you have to dump into social media marketing. No one's telling you about, creating all the visuals. No one's telling you, oh, no, AI can do all that, great. No one's telling you about going and opening the company itself, paying all the taxes, No one's telling you about any of these things. They're just telling you can just print T-shirts over there, they'll do all the work, and you get 10 grand and way hey. And that's not
Good
true.
luck with that.
Exactly, and that ain't true. While they sit there on someone else's Lamborghini, taking a few photos going, hey, you should be like me, I'm the man. So what advice could you give?
sounds so cliche. I mean,
Why is it cliche?
because it happened a lot of times.
And probably because it works.
And it proved to be right.
Exactly. It's a cliche because it's been
Yeah,
said so many times.
But again, what I lost along the way, it's like references, like cardinal points, like pillars where you can hang while you were.
We can hang good people on.
No, shit. Ana, să o tai pe asta, te rog.
Yes, I know. If you could delete that, or just edit that part. No, fuck that. Leave it in.
Îmi fuge.
Pillars.
Repere.
Repair.
Repere?
Do you want me to Google it, mate?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
Come on, yeah.
Translate. 20 years, you'd think modern Romanian would be better, actually, eh? There you go. Have a go. There we go. See what happens. Repere.
No.
Highlights.
No, it's not highlights.
Was it good times? Was it bad times or something? Repere. Not repair.
No.
Point of reference. Okay, yeah, a reference point. Yeah,
A reference point? Yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
So,
Sure. Good.
you need, no. I'm
Doing well.
You are editing this.
Yeah, we're going to have to, mate. We're not going to.
Look. So you started a podcast, and just imagine you
not
will
editing
sit
shit.
there, you talk your shit.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And they'll all buy it, it'll be great.
I mean, they start recording, you end up and put it up.
See? And right there, we caught him. And that's the catch. So, what's your point? Do you want to have another sip first? That looked like a yes to me. Here you go. mate.
Stop it.
Stop with it. Advice.
Work hard. Like, I don't know what else.
Okay.
Wait.
Okay.
Work,
All of a sudden, he's got 10 more ideas.
work hard. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I
This
wasn't
is-
going to have advice.
this is how it
Advice
goes.
Excuse me, I'll just let me pull out my own Bible. From the chapter, from the Gospel of Octav.
Gospel.
All right. Number 1, work hard. That's right.
Take responsibility. Do your mistakes as fast as you can.
Fail quick, yeah.
Fail quick. Yeah. Repeat.
Wash,
Until-
rinse, repeat, yeah.
Huh?
Wash,
rinse,
rinse,
repeat,
repeat. Yeah.
until it goes right.
Okay.
I mean, repeat. Suck it up.
Yeah. Take the high road.
Take the hard.
Take the hard road.
It will be no easy.
It's not going to be an easy journey.
I mean,
No, I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
and statistically, if you have like 10, 12, 15, 20 years in doing something,
Chances are you're going to be pretty good
I
at
mean,
the end. If
you
you
will
still,
be- yeah,
if you
yeah.
hold the vision, hold the belief.
that's a good point there.
What's that?
So
Which one?
if you do one thing for 20 years, let's say you're mediocre. Yep. And you get a client.
Let's hope not, eh?
Yeah, come on,
20 years, you should be pretty fucking good by then, eh?
Come on, let's say
All right, yeah.
for the sake of argument.
Okay. For the sake of argument, you're still average 20 years later.
I am.
Okay.
For
I
a
disagree, but all right.
So, and then you go to sell a project to a client or potential client. And then you get the question, what qualifies you
Okay.
to,
Be the one to
handle,
deliver this.
to manage this project for me? What would you answer? I mean,
I understand.
the fact itself that you got the question.
Well, that would tell me that there's a couple of points missing. Number one, the relationship between you and that individual is probably not that tight.
Exactly.
So there's a lack of relationship. There's lack of rapport building. So that's failure on behalf of whoever's pitching. In this case, you, or in this case, it would be me if it was me pitching. So right there, you failed. Whoever has failed to actually establish a good enough relationship. 2, it doesn't sound like they would have qualified properly. 3, the presentation is obviously pretty fucking average, because at the end of the day, if I've sat there for half an hour with you after telling you all about what I'm doing in my service that I'm trying to offer you or make you buy, and then at the end of that you're turning around going to me, hey, what makes you qualify? Well, clearly I've done a pretty shit job of, 1, making you believe in me, like me, trust me.
I'm over there pitching, so I mean.
Exactly. Are you
beyond
pitching
those,
in front of a panel? In front of a panel of people?
Let's not complicate it.
Okay, maybe not a panel, but in front of a few people. And
Yeah.
Cool. Then I would include that in my pitch so that the customer would never actually ask me that question. Because it's like getting an objection. It's one of these things is going to be part of the process, right? So the objection is coming, yeah? So if you know it's coming, then in sales...
You should know.
Yeah, we call it drawing the objection. So... before he says, hey, let me talk to my wife about this, I say, right, well, before you go home and have a chat to your wife about this, let me explain what, and then you go through it like that. So you introduce the objection in this case, or in this case, with the panel or whoever, the board that you're pitching or whatever it is. You say, listen, let me explain why we believe we're the right company for you. You said your company is desiring, you're after this, your target market is that. The objective of this event in your case is to achieve X, Y, Z, brand awareness, or congratulate your employees, or your clientele, or whatever it is for, or so launch the new product or celebrate. Right, so in order to launch that new product, you're going to need a company that's going to do A, B, C, and D. Well, we do A, B, C, and D, and then we throw E, F, G, and H, I, J right at it, on top, and we do that at no extra cost. And as a company, you're probably going to want all those things for your event. Wouldn't you agree? As he shakes his head. This is how I would make sure. Because in my view, if the customers are telling you these types of things, if they're telling you these types of things, then, they're almost asking, like, why the fuck are you here? And, well, then you need to remind them why the fuck you are there. I did a deal once with this company, Total Soft. Do you know who they are?
Yep.
Yeah, right. So, and then...
Don't say names.
Oh, I don't care. The guy doesn't work there anymore. Oh. He got his ass kicked and they kicked him out. So, and they called me, They called me and said, hey, look, we want, we heard about your lead generation business, can you come down? I was like, yeah, sure, great. Me and my sales manager at the time. And so we get in there together, And they'd flown in some guy from Germany, from the German division, or I don't know, whatever, he was. And so we sat there, and they had made us fill out some random questionnaire. I was like, it's not 1985.
You should,
Christ, this was back then,
You should do that as a potential client, like, do you qualify?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, save me a lot of time, but... and I was like, okay, fine, whatever, so we filled out whatever, and then, yeah, great, okay, cool, yeah, we like what, how you've structured this, and okay, good, let's have the meeting. So I had the meeting, and then this German guy turns up, out of nowhere. And he just turns around and goes to me, he's like, look, why are we even talking to a lead generation company, in the meeting? And I turned around.
Thank you. My point exactly.
Yeah, so I turned around to him, I said, who are you? Just like that. I said, who are you?
Fuck are you?
Yeah, I didn't say fuck. And part of me wanted the deal as well,
You don't know the word in German. First of all.
No, also, yeah, if I did, I may have changed my mind. But, I turned around and said to him, I said, who are you, mate? Who are you? Like this, who are you? And he's like, well, I'm in this position, I do this, And I said, you obviously are not that good at your job because it's your company that called me in here. Do you think I picked up the phone and tried to call your company and try and sell you my service? Do you think I need you as a client? I said, I don't need you. I don't need your business, mate. I said, I value the opportunity to work for your company. I don't need your business. You guys called me. I'll tell you why you called me. I'm the only solution on the market that does what we do. Even today, we're still the only ones that do what we do. And the guy was like, oh, we called him. And right there, he was like, oh, my God, I'm so sorry. I was like, mate, look, and with all due respect, I'm not sure if there's really a deal here, Oh, no, it's okay. I mean, look, obviously they've called and, obviously they're trying, no, and then fine, great. And then we have the deal. But, if they're asking you this question, if they're coming to you and they're doing this, then for me, I have zero problem attacking the people that tell me this. Because in the pitch, say, well, what makes you qualified? I say, well, okay, no problem. I'll explain all that. But why did you ask us to come here? Why did you consider? Okay, before I answer your question, tell me, why did you consider my company to come and stand here and pitch you? I mean, you're a big company. I mean, you have, you're launching this gigantic Lamborghini or new car or whoever the fuck they are.
The Maloo.
Yeah. Oh, we can talk about Australian muscle cars all day long. But so why did you ask my company to come? Because there are 400 of us on the market, 5,000 of however many there are on the market, and you've asked 3 and I'm one of them. So what made you want to ask me to come here? And I turn it around on them. You don't have to be rude, you don't have to be horrible, but you're also reminding them, so obviously we ticked our box in order to get here in the first place, right? Well, yeah, great. Yep. Now they're saying yes. Cool. Let me explain what we do on top of that. Again, you have to be diplomatic, polite, nice, friendly, blah, blah, blah. You can't be as tough as I'm being now. But
what I was trying to emphasize, actually, was the lack of relevance of experience
in his domain, or
in
his opinion, or
like the thing that you have 50 years,
right,
in whatever field that is, doesn't mean anything, because the way you
actually deliver is the only thing that matters.
No, it is, but the way you did things back in your days
means nothing anymore.
It's like, oof, ouch.
Do you know what?
Do you still dial like this?
Imagine it 911.
So where's the line between experience?
It's a good question.
And being obsolete.
I think it's choosing not to stay up with what
you will get to my age.
In 7 years from now.
7 years from now.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. But in answer to your question, I think where's the line? I think we all draw that line. I think it's our responsibility as entrepreneurs in our business and our industry. For me, for each one of the businesses I have, I consider them like children in the sense that they have a life. My job is to make sure that they're fed well. Which means I have to do everything in my power to make sure that whatever, if you're a dad, which you are, you have to do everything to feed the child, right? So you have to go out and work to bring the money to feed the child, right? So I have to go out and bring the money in order to feed the kids, staff, the clientele, the company itself, the brand, the name, the whole lot, right? So that's my job. My job is to ensure that I stay up with the industry, try and pioneer it where possible, subject to which business it is. One of the companies is just, we rent houses in the mountains. There's not really a hell of a lot of pioneering in that, We're not reinventing the wheel, that's for sure.
Yeah, but I think the road itself.
The road itself,
it's pioneering.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe. But, I think you have to stay up with your competition. You have to stay up with the market. You have to stay relevant so that look, even now, 10 years into doing this, the sales agency to the top, yeah? So 10 years later, we charge 10 times the amount of money we started doing this with, first of all, literally. And second of all, we have followed our customers' needs and wants because their needs and wants changed over 10 years. 10 years ago, you wanted, get me in front of them. That was enough. You pay the $50 for the meeting or whatever it is, get me in front of them, I'm okay with that. Just get me in front of them. That was all you wanted. And that's all the clients want.
Yep.
Now, mate, if it's not, I want to know how much money he makes, who he is, what's his position, how long he's been there, what's the company website, what's the revenue for the last 2 years. He must qualify here, and here. Who's his current supplier? What problems are they having? Where do they see that? And the list goes on. Don't get me wrong. It's good for us. We've become better. And the service is now cheaper.
One of the GMs I've met along the years of our clients.
Okay. Was that a client that we bought? Say yes.
No. It was a long time ago.
Okay.
So
we got away with that one.
He worked back in the days. He worked as an account executive, and then later manager in an events agency, but BTL agency.
Another line, yeah.
So he told me, man, because he was so demanding and so crazy things just for fun. Like
Nice.
he was a great guy, and I've learned a lot
For sure.
of him. And he told me in this context, man, we are as good, we get as good as our clients' demands.
Yep.
So actually, and I love this, the more demanding your client is,
The better you need to become.
the better you will get, or
Or
not, or not.
We have
But it is exactly like this. I mean, I feel it like this.
I agree, 100%. And I think I'm going to leave you with this one statement that it aligns exactly with more or less what you're saying. It was something that we were taught back in the days. One of my mentors taught me this 20 odd years ago. You are only as good as your last deal. You're only as good as your last day, your last week, maybe your last deal, your last month. That's it.
I mean,
It's what you did last. It doesn't matter you did that 500 grand deal 10 years ago. And that was one of your big stories. That doesn't mean a goddamn thing 10 years later. It's good that you did it, but what are you doing now? And now you just finished on your best year.
I swear to God, this is exactly what I'm saying. I'm telling to myself every single day.
Yep. What did you do
Doesn't-
yesterday that brought us to where you're getting in front of you today?
Not yet. Today.
Yeah.
You are as good as you are.
Only as good as your
today.
last deal.
Here.
As your last day. And there it is. So, mate, I'd like to thank you, mate. Real pleasure. Love
you.
seeing you, mate. It was good to talk to you.
Love you.
Mate.
Thanks.
Love you too,
Thanks a
man.
lot.
All the best.
No.
Octav, what's the mask? Have a good
Thank
one.
you, guys.